Here at FOX61 are dedicated to telling good news, sharing some stories of hope about people giving back and making a difference in the lives of others right here in the state of Connecticut. All the time we share stories of hope during the week, but on Saturdays and Sundays we want to bring you some of the faces of hope, dedicating their lives to some different charities here in Connecticut. Joining me this morning is Cusano, the new executive director of the Connecticut Brain Tumor Alliance. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great to be with you.
Studio.
Absolutely. So you were the president of the board, but now you're switching to this new role.
That's correct.
What is the mission of the Connecticut Brain Tumor Alliance?
So our mission is to provide support and hope to brain tumor patients and families, caregivers in the state, while advancing awareness, research, and the better cures and treatments, and hopefully a cure to find the to cure this disease, and so that no other family has to go through what we all went through it.
And speaking of families that have gone through it, I'm personally a brain tumor survivor, brain cancer survivor. You are.
Yep.
Talk about your story. What brought you to this organization, and how are you taking your story of survival and courage to now help others?
So in 2008, I was diagnosed with a central nervous cytoma, a benign brain tumor. Typically, it's supposed to be a type of tumor where you have one surgery and you're good to go. That was not the case for me. I had 5 surgeries, as you just mentioned. 2 of them, three in 2008. One was for a shunt. Hydrocephalus had formed, which was water on the brain. And to relieve that, a shunt was inserted. After that, I woke up, it was a medical miracle. I greeted my family as they walked into the room for the first time. Good morning, Mom and Dad. Talked to all my siblings. Called my wife, was able to talk to her on the phone. So it was truly incredible. Then in 2013, there was a piece of the tumor that had been left behind, which was being monitored via MRI. It began to grow, so they tried to do gamma knife surgery, the tumor did not respond to that. So we watched it over time. 2015, the MRI showed that it had grown slightly, so there was the decision to go in and remove the entire tumor and anything that was left behind. After that, for 2 years now, I've been just great, and my life has really turned around, and I decided to give back and dedicate my life to helping others. I was in law school when all this began. I worked for a law firm for 17 years, but I found that my passion had changed over time. So I wanted to help and give back to others, and I joined the Connecticut Brain Tumor Alliance as a volunteer in 2013, then joined in 2014, and became vice president, and now, thankfully, the board has made me the next executive director, and I cannot be happier, and my life has really, truly come full circle.
And your first day is tomorrow.
Correct.
So what are some of the, first of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I know firsthand what different perspective beating something like that is, but to go through 5 different brain surgeries, it's just amazing to sit with you and see you now.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're now using that hope and your story to help others, what are some of the exciting things that the Alliance is doing for people who haven't heard of the Brain Tumor Alliance?
Sure. So we are, we're all nonprofit, we're a wholly nonprofit organization of volunteers who are survivors, patients, and caregivers. And we want to better the lives of those who are undergoing this, who are just learning of this diagnosis for the first time, to be a support for them and their families and their caregivers and anybody that touches their lives. Nobody should have to go through this alone, so that's our mission, and that's why we're here. We want to just wrap you in a blanket of love and let you know that you're not alone in this fight, and we're here to fight with you.
And Chris, you can probably align with me on this statement. I know when we were going through my own battle with brain cancer, what really got you through it was the people around you. Talk about the importance of having a community and having people that love you and support you, knowing that you're not going through that fight alone.
That's the biggest thing. For me, fortunately, I had my family and friends for many years, but there came a point in time where I needed someone that I can talk to who understood more closely of what I was feeling and what I was going through. And that's what we are about. We have brain cancer survivors and benign brain tumor survivors who are able to assist and give you the guidance and support and talk to you one-on-one, not in a hospital setting, not in a clinician setting, but just as normal people, and make you feel like you're okay and you're going to get through this because we're all here to support you and have your back.
Lastly, if people are watching right now at home, and you might have someone who was touched by a brain tumor or by brain cancer, how can they get involved and help you guys out?
So the first thing we have is the Path of Hope, our 5K, on September 29th. It's at Jennings Beach, new location this year. We're really looking forward to it. So Volunteers, teams are always, please sign up. You go to our website, ctbta.org, and there's an events link. From there, you can find Path of Hope registration. But we also have the Grey Ribbon Club, and that's a setting, a very informal setting for anybody that's undergoing this and who wants to just come out and meet with us and talk to us. And we try to pick different locations throughout the state. We had the Good Grief group, that's for survivors or for caregivers of brain tumor patients and survivors, or maybe someone who has lost. So there's just a lot of ways to get involved, but all the information can be found on our website, ctbta.org, and I look forward to hopefully taking this organization to the next level and for many, many more years to come.
Day one tomorrow for you,
Day one
Chris.
tomorrow.
All right, congratulations. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now, if you watch that at home and you have some ideas for our next story of hope, you could submit those ideas to newsteam@fox61.com or message me some of those suggestions of nonprofits right here in the state of Connecticut on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram as well. 8:40 right now. We are switching to follow some of this breaking news.